What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today I want to have a conversation about Omari Hardwick. And one of the reasons why I want to talk about him is because he was on 50 Cent's hit series Power. I believe he played Ghost. I believe he is now coming back to that web series, or to that series. But one of the things that a lot of the sisters didn't like about Omari Hardwick, because again, there's this kind of belief that if you're in the black Hollywood scene, playing black roles, you shouldn't be with a white woman, right? We've seen that all the time. So same thing with Jay Ellis, and Insecure. Like, why are you guys who you're getting your support from the African American community, then you play these roles, and then we see outside of these roles, you're with somebody who's white. And Omari Hardwick has had to undergo this criticism. And he's been married to Jennifer J. Fouch for 11 years. Now, recently, he said something that's very important. He talked about the fact about their relationship. They've had some issues. They lost their first child in a stillbirth death in 2008. They do have 2 children there now, right? But he said something very interesting. Communication and respect are next doors in a relationship. He says you can probably get away with it as long as communication and respect will be next to it. Respect is the next door neighbor. You got to really respect the person you're in that relationship with. Once that's gone, it's really hard to get that back. Now, I have, in my YouTube career, have been with the same stance on interracial relationships that Dr. Umar, our strong pro-blacks, your traditional pro-blacks are against. I would consider myself one of those, okay? In general. I'm not racist or anything, but for our people, I would rather our people be dealing with ourselves and our communities. But now, the question is this. Are black men likely to get respect in black America from sisters versus other groups? Now, we got to be honest about that. That's something that we are lacking. A lot of times, black men have to overcome that black stigma that's out there. When you look at black men, they're stigmatized as the group. And when you deal with women, and I know the system has been against us, but when you deal with women that largely don't come from the same community that you do, okay? Or you're dealing with women that they do come from the same community rather, but you're dealing with women that haven't had a father in the home. They don't know how to respect a man. And what you're finding out when you deal with somebody like that, you're going back and forth, teaching them how to respect you, teaching them, hey, this is my role as the man. This is how I do things. This is the setup and the system that I want to run. And when you're dealing with these women that come from these single parent homes where they've never seen a man, they don't understand how that works. They don't have to be women who are rude or talking back or any of those things. They just don't understand how that's supposed to work. So the communication is off. And then when a man is trying to lead and you're not used to that, you're going against the way he wants to lead. It's disrespectful to the man. And as a woman, a lot of times, a lot of black women don't even realize it. It cannot be as blatant as that. Like, the man has told you he wants to accomplish this, this, and this. You say that you understand what he's saying. You're showing that you don't understand. You're doing the opposite. That is disrespect for a man. And women don't really get it until it's too late. Okay? But now, here's also another issue. Now, certain black women could want to change this. But what I see from a lot of brothers is what they have reported to me is dealing with some of these ladies outside of the community. They feel like even if the woman is not, is showing some bad habits at first, what they're saying is she's more likely to clean up that act as time goes on. That's what I'm hearing from guys. guys are saying that. I've never really dealt with a white woman before, so I wouldn't know. But that's what you're getting. You get that, just that, okay, she's going to try to make that work more. So the effort's going to be there. Although the black woman could be more prettier, more sexually attractive, but what's going to keep the relationship together? Communication and respect. Now, I understand that some black men ain't worth having no respect for. I get it. Okay? But if a black man is worth respecting, listen to what I'm about to say, and he feels like, for whatever reason, he's not going to get that, then when he goes and shows evidence that, okay, this is something that's hard to argue for me. I contact so many black men who come in the comment sections and be like, yo, I've been married for like 20 years to a Hispanic woman. I've been married for 30 years, happy. I've been married for 40 years. I'm married a Filipino. I've been married for 15 years, 10 years. It's hard to come against those statistics. As a pro-black, it's hard. Because if the person is getting the respect from another group and that person is willing to communicate with that man and you won't, how can we ever have a chance at this? And that's something that a lot of us in the pro-black community, we talk about this all the time. How can we get black men and black women to respect each other? And now I think we need something like Saturday schools or something like that. There has to be something, okay? There has to be something that you put in the gap. Something like that. That shows, you know what? Here's the best way to respect these people. Here's the best way. There is no other way. It's just not. Because if these guys are going to start going to these predominantly white institutions, these guys are getting their passports, and somehow they're getting a little bit of a better deal when it comes to respect, and relationships not perfect. And if they feel like sisters can't give them the respect that they need, and it's the difference between you loving a man. That's one thing. Are you loving the man like he wants to be loved? Number one. See, women want to love you how they want to. Are you loving that man like he wants, as he desires? Are you respecting that man how he wants? It's not about how you want to respect him. It's how he wants to be respected. Stop saying you're trying. No. What is his way of being respected? And you can only stay with a man, can only stay with you and want to build with you if you're respecting him in the way that he would like to. That's the situation. A lot of ladies can't do that. There's a problem with that. That's the situation. Why is it that you cannot respect this black man how he wants to be respected? Go. How? And we are not being serious about this. We're not. And that is the problem. That's why you're seeing these black men, going over to these other places, other communities, because they feel like, you know what, I'm not getting the respect that I need from you. And that is problematic. That is problematic, guys. It really is. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Producer, for all you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.